Delighted to be joined with Maddie Gibson from Athlone Town and Emma Starr from Shelbourne. Two players that will no doubt play an important role in the cup final on Sunday. Firstly, Emma, Shelbourne winning the league title for a second year in a row is some achievement. What did you make of the season that you've had this year?
Well, ever since I've joined, it's been great. I've loved it. I think that we definitely had a little bit of a rough patch, but I think we bounced back really well. Like, all the girls have done anything you've asked of them and more. Like, our training has become a lot more intense. All the girls get along really well. Coaching has been really good. So I think that we're all really happy with winning the league. I think that we knew we could do it. There was definitely a time where people counted us out, but I think that we showed a lot of resilience. And I mean, we definitely think that we can go for the double. So we're excited for this weekend. And I think we just have good, positive energy going into this weekend.
And, a lot of people said, of course, last season, Shells won the league, but they lost the cup. And a lot of people have been saying, they don't want that to happen again this year. And I'm sure you are even more determined to get the double this year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think just even this week and last week, our preparations have been really good. And I think that's all we can really ask for is just having a good mindset going into it. And I mean, I wasn't on Shells last year when they won, but I know that they are definitely looking to win too this year. I think they kind of regret a little bit what happened last year. Obviously, winning the league is massive, but I think they knew they could do probably two last year. So I think they're just kind of looking to end the season completely on a high note this year. So I'm happy to be a part of it and go for two.
Yeah. And, Maddie, an unbelievable season for Athlone Town. You just came short of getting the league playoff, but you did everything you could have done. Shells just obviously were rightful league champions on the day. But what are your thoughts on Athlone Town season so far?
I think it's been really good so far, especially from where the club has come from last season. I'm sure after last season, nobody expected us to be where we are this season. And I only came halfway through this season, but just seeing the change in energy from when I came here to the girls actually believing that we can win and compete, it was just really cool to see and be a part of. So yeah, we're just really happy with how far we've come from last year.
Yeah, and I think, one of the main topics of conversation throughout the season has been Athlone's form and how well you have played together. What do you put that consistency kind of down to?
In the beginning, it was kind of hard because we had a couple new girls, especially when I came in July. So, after probably a month of training together, we kind of started gelling and getting to know each other on the pitch. And that was really important. So after that first month, when we started learning each other's tendencies, it kind of all came together and we started playing a lot better.
Yeah. And, going back to the beginning, I suppose, Emma, I know you were part at the start of the season, you were part of Galway squad. And then you made the switch to Shells halfway through the season. But going back to the beginning for you, how did you kind of get involved in football originally?
When I was a kid, when I first started.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty old now, but so I started playing, I guess, 24, 25 years ago. I just got into it because my brother picked it up and then I just loved it. I loved running around and playing outside. So, and then I just stuck with it. My parents had the idea to put me in a club team at kind of a young age, which was good because then that kind of just helps you progress a lot quicker. And then I knew I wanted to play in college, and then I knew I wanted to play after college, and I just had kind of an idea to, travel and play at the same time. And one of the first places that I wanted to come to was Ireland, so it just worked out. So that was Galway about 4 years ago, and then I've just kind of stuck with it ever since, and I keep coming back to Ireland.
And Maddie, you said yourself you joined Athlone Town halfway through the season. I know you've played in Lithuania and in America as well. How did you first end up playing football?
Yeah, I started playing at a really young age as well. My mom kind of made me. She was a big soccer player growing up. Both my sisters played as well. So as soon as we could walk, we were kicking a soccer ball. Yeah, so then growing up, I started playing on a club team and then went to college. And then after that, I knew I wanted to keep playing. So then I went to Lithuania for 2 seasons. And then I went back home and played in the USL League there for a couple months. And then I came here in July.
Yeah, it's been some journey for the both of you, as I'd say. And of course, looking ahead to the cup final on Sunday, no doubt it's going to be a close, tough game. Emma, what do you kind of expect from the game, and what are your thoughts heading into it?
I think that we can expect like a fast-paced game, and I think both teams are in really good form right now. Like Athlone is kind of like peaking, and I feel like we are at the same time. Also, it's the last match of the season, so everyone's going to leave it all out on the pitch. So there might be some nerves in the beginning, but I think it's just going to be a really intense match all around, with people, going for second balls, ripping shots, like putting in tackles, trying to get a hold of the game. So I think it's going to be like an exciting match. And I'd say there's going to be at least 4 or 5 goals.
And Maddie, what about yourself? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good match, probably physical. But no, I think both teams are definitely ready for it, and we've been waiting for this. So we've prepared, and I think, our whole team's ready. So
yeah. Finally, before we finish up, do you have any favorite moments from the season? It's been like an incredible WNL season. Do you have any favorite moments? Emma, I'll start with you.
I mean, probably one of the favorite moments was winning the league last week. I think just, to be honest, haven't really won anything like that in a while. So just like being a part of that was amazing, and the celebrations, and, seeing all of our hard work kind of come together. So that was definitely one of the favorite moments for me. And I think Champions League was also a really good experience. So those two are definitely top.
Yeah. And Maddie, what about yourself?
Definitely the semifinal cup match, just because it was cool to see all the people that kind of got behind our club after that, and after we made history as a club, was really cool to be a part of, and to just see the support we had after that, and everyone coming to our matches after that, and wanting to support us and wanting us to get wins even in the league, and supporting us going into the cup final.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, if you haven't got your tickets for the cup final on Sunday, I'd recommend you get them, because it's going to be a really close, tough game. Thanks, Maddie and Emma, for coming on. It was great to speak to you, and I wish you the best for Sunday.